Good morning and welcome to the first Eye of the Tiger of 2018. I'm Brian Nuevo.
And I'm Kyrie Whitney.
In an update last year, the Roseville Joint Union High School District released potential changes to the district attendance boundary in the light of 6th high school opening. Alex Suba has more.
With the 6th high school opening in 2020, its new attendance boundaries will occupy most of West Roseville and is expected to take over some of Oakmont's current attendance boundaries, eventually bringing their student population down from a projected 2,329 students in the 2019-2020 school year. Roseville High School's attendance boundary also includes parts of West Roseville. However, according to Principal David Bird, the new attendance boundaries will have a minimal effect on RHS.
We are one of those schools that's not anticipated to have a huge shift in enrollment, and our enrollment shifts are going to happen slowly and gradually once the new school starts over the next several years.
RJUHSD Board of Trustees Vice President Paige Strauss worked on a committee responsible for determining new attendance boundaries for the district when Antelope High School first opened in 2008. According to Strauss, one of that criteria was to impact as few students as possible.
It was a pretty difficult thing, and the board accepted their recommendations with one exception, and that was their plan allowed Oakmont's population to drop too much, and Oakmont had already gone through that when Granite Bay opened, and we didn't want to allow that to happen again. So we ended up with some strange anomalies to keep Oakmont's population going.
However, for the 6th high school, there are currently no plans to create a committee to finalize attendance boundaries.
And for me, it's just too early. It causes a lot of angst for people, and I just soon wait till we're a little bit closer to really look at it and finalize it. And if we think we need a boundary committee, then we'll establish a boundary committee.
This August, Orchard Ranch Elementary School opened in West Roseville. At a back-to-school night event, RJUHSD Superintendent Ron Severson spoke with parents about the new high school opening in West Roseville.
About everybody I met was not only new, to that, they had moved into a home in that area, but they were new to Roseville. They had come from all over the Bay Area, especially. It seems like everyone I talked to was from Fremont. They were from Sunnyvale.
According to Severson, he noticed increased diversity in the West Roseville community, more than Wood Creek or Granite Bay.
And I think it's reflective of the diversity in the Bay Area that has sort of transplanted to Roseville. So it'll be an interesting dynamic.
For more on the story, read our last print edition of Eye of the Tiger.
Sophomores and seniors, in a little over half an hour, you'll be leaving to attend the career fair from 10:20 to 11:50 today in the Muller Gym. Due to the fair, all students have second lunch today.
Student government will hold a revote for this year's junior prom theme via email after the initial poll on the class of 2019 account closed in December. They are discounting this poll because over 1,000 people voted, including non-Roseville High School juniors. They will hold a revote to ensure the new poll is exclusive to juniors only.
We now go to Dom Taylor for sports.
Good morning and welcome to the first Friday edition of the EOTSN of 2018. I'm Dominic Taylor. With the beginning of the swim season only a few weeks away, Roseville girls varsity swim finds itself in search of a new coach. Longtime coach Mike March announced in an email Wednesday that he would be resigning as swim coach effective that day. March cited his change in work schedule and an increase in traveling as his reasons for stepping down, and didn't think it would be fair to his players to be a coach half of the time. There are currently no leads as to who will take March's place.
I think it's going to be hard to have a new coach that doesn't know us as well and have him try to find out who we are and how we work in the span of one season, whereas we've had him for 3 years.
In other sports news, girls soccer is still undefeated in league and overall as they defeated Antelope 2-1 to improve their record to 4-0-3. Boys basketball also entered last night's game undefeated in league, including a thrilling double overtime win over Consumnes Oaks, and sit at 12-3 on the season, putting them in a tie for first place in the CVC. Boys soccer fell to Antelope 3-1 Tuesday, and Roseville Wrestling lost their match to Bella Vista. Finally, girls varsity basketball is 11-4 and undefeated in league after defeating Del Campo soundly. And that's all in your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. And now we go over to Jackson Young with a recap of last Sunday's Golden Globes.
Thanks, Dom. This Sunday at the Golden Globes, Frances McDormand was awarded Best Actress in a Drama Film for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. While she did have many moments that she played well, her category competitor Sally Hawkins had her well-played moments as well. However, Sally portrayed her moments without speaking. Gary Oldman was titled Best Actor for a Drama in his portrayal of Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour, and his performance was spectacular. Ever so deservingly, Saoirse Ronan won Best Comedy Actress for her movie Lady Bird, and the same for Best Comedy Actor recipient James Franco as Tommy Wiseau in The Disaster Artist. Wiseau is the producer, director, and writer of the famously horrid cult classic The Room. While watching Franco's portrayal of Wiseau, it was like watching a completely different person on the screen in terms of looks, personality, and he was completely transformed into Wiseau, the Disaster Artist. Just as it went with Best Actress recipient, Drama of the Year was awarded to 3 Billboards, but it should have been given to fellow nominee Shape of Water. Lady Bird took home Best Comedy, which was a feat in terms of featuring a female lead and being directed by a woman as well. Director Greta Gerwig found her personal experience of life and made it into a masterpiece, making the perfect recipient for this award. In terms of fashion this year, the red carpet took a more sentimental turn in light of the recent Harvey Weinstein scandal that broke this October. The organization Time's Up decided to stage a blackout at the red carpet. Celebrities wore all black to fight sexual harassment in the workplace, and men also wore Time's Up pins to show their support. Zac Efron went for a classic tuxedo look, but he followed with the Time's Up movement with all the black ensemble. The cast of Stranger Things also showed their support with the Time's Up pin and all black attire. I believe this movement has shown that the stars have a commitment to help eradicate sexual harassment in the workplace and help put it on a national stage. And now we go back to news.
Thanks, Jackson. A senior has a knack for building guitars.
Senior Jonathan Kunkel has crafted guitars since his 8th grade year when the woodshop program at Buljan Middle School piqued his interest.
I heard that the woodshop teacher there made guitars for some famous people around, and I just switched schools. I thought, man, I kind of wanted to do that for the last few months. So I went there after school one day and I talked about it, and we started on the process, and it took a while, but it was definitely fun, paid off.
Kunkel is currently working on 2 guitars, a process made easier by his past experience.
I've definitely learned some woodworking skills on the process of sanding, painting, and a little bit of electronics too, so it's pretty fun.
His experience of building his first guitar left Kunkel with a greater appreciation of its individuality.
Before that, I always thought, oh yeah, you buy it off the rack or the box or whatever it is, and when you build one, it's a little bit different because it's not that someone else made it for you in a factory, but you put your own kind of process into it. You have your own mistakes, and I'm big on that because I'd rather make it the way I want it to sound and feel.
Senior Kyle Gard, Kunkel's friend, respects Kunkel's dedication to his craft.
And it's really cool to actually see someone who's that involved in it and spends that much time just making it perfect. And so it's really cool to be able to have someone to talk to if you were ever going to build one. You could just ask him about it, and you could definitely get some insight on how to make it perfect like his.
Kunkel hopes to continue his unusual hobby far into the future. On another note, longtime guitar teacher Brian Hack officially retired this term. In a future broadcast, we'll document the legacy he'll leave on campus.
As we ease into the first term, we're going to take a look back at an RHS dodgeball tournament video that went viral over winter break and reached over 103,000 favorites on one post alone. That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on at eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.